Hello friends, I'm Kailas and I welcome you to on this channel that is for dedicated to the astronomy and space science. So this video we are making to explain the lunar eclipse because on 7 September 2025 you can see the total lunar eclipse. So in this video we are going to explain that what is the lunar eclipse, then what is the astronomical and scientific significance of this lunar eclipse, and can you able to see this lunar eclipse and what you going to see. So all these topics will be covered in this video, so keep watching this video till end, and if you haven't subscribed this channel, do subscribe this channel for the astronomical facts, explainers and other wonders. Thank you. Okay, so let's see in this animation or in this modeling how exactly the eclipse happen. So in this current animation you can see this is the center, this is the sun and our earth and the moon. So the earth is revolving around our sun in its orbit, and simultaneously the moon also revolving around the earth. So this happens simultaneously. So this both orbits are elliptical, and the situations comes when exactly the sun and earth and in between that the moon is there. So when this kind of situation comes, so what happened, let's see. If we consider the situation is like this, see this is the situation. Okay, so let's zoom it to this pair. So what happened when the sun in between the sun and earth the moon come, so exactly the shadow of the moon cast on the earth's surface, so we called it the solar eclipse, right? Because the sun blocked by the moon and we can see that, and we call it the solar eclipse. So in the lunar eclipse what happened, exactly its opposite happened. When while revolving around the sun, when the position comes like that, see here, see when the earth come in between the moon and sun, exactly the shadow of the earth cast on the moon surface and moon get completely blocked. When it completely get blocked, see in this situation, this is the shadow of the earth come on the surface of the moon. So when the moon is completely blocked by the shadow of the earth, it called the total lunar eclipse, right? And when it's partially blocked, when this crossing is happening and when it's partially blocked by the shadow of the earth, then we call it the partial lunar eclipse. So on coming 7th September 2025, on particular in our country India, we are going to see this total lunar eclipse. Means what? The moon is completely blocked by the earth shadow, and that's why it is very important, because in ancient era this kind of lunar eclipse or other eclipse used to study various astronomical principles and facts. So what exactly happened, what the red moon and all thing we see in this, we'll see in the next. So guys, in this picture you can see here, this is the sun, and when the position comes like this, the sun and moon, and in between our earth is there. So what happened, exactly the shadow of our earth cast on the moon, right? And when moon comes under the total shadow or the dark shadow, it's called the umbra. Umbra means what? It's called the total closure or total shadow, dark shadow cast on the moon's surface, right? When this crossing is over, means the moon is outside the umbra and comes into the region we called it penumbra. So due to the earth atmosphere, the refraction of the sunlight happen, and due to that the red wavelength light is most prominent in this refraction. So it caused we can see the red light on the on the moon due to the atmospheric refraction of the light, and that's why we call it the red moon. When the moon enters into any eclipse or lunar eclipse, then firstly it goes into the penumbra phase, where the red light cast on the moon's surface due to the refraction, and when it comes into the umbra, means this region where the dark shadow of the earth cast on the surface, the total, means in the case of total lunar eclipse, it's covered its total surface into the dark shadow, and when it goes outside to the dark shadow penumbra, then the red light cast on the surface, so we called it the red moon, right? So this exactly is going to happen into the total lunar eclipse on 7th September 2025, round about 11:25 it start, and before that you can see the reddish light on the moon's surface, and the dark umbra is starting to close the moon's surface from 11:24:25, and it's completely covered, moon completely covered by this umbra around 1:40, 1:15, 1:20, and after that it's coming out from this dark shadow region into the penumbra again. So it started from around 11 over around 1:30 to 2 a.m. and the total outside, means the total escape of this eclipse happens after the 3:30 or 3 a.m. of the 8th September early morning. So this is the moon or lunar eclipse going to happen. So in ancient era, our astronomers study this kind of eclipses to justify some facts about the astronomy. One of the fact is that when we observe the shadow of the earth on this moon surface, you can see its curve, earth's curve into the shadow. So that is the proof or evidence that earth is the spherical shape, not the flat shape. So Galileo, then Pythagoras, Copernicus gives this kind of evidence to the society that our earth is spherical, not the flat. So this kind of uses of the eclipse observation is very important in astronomy. So I hope you get understanding of this lunar eclipse and the importance of this lunar eclipse. So lunar eclipse is very safe to see through naked eyes, but if you want to see the details, then you can use the binocular or the small telescope around 5" to 6" diameter. And if you want to take the pictures of this lunar eclipse, you can use the zoom lenses around about 200 mm, or you can use the 8 and above inch telescope with the camera to take the pictures and videos of this lunar eclipse. So guys, if you have any doubt, please put your doubt into the comment section. We will answer that, and we are going to put it the live streaming of this eclipse. So stay tuned on our YouTube channel, Instagram handle, and other social media.